Another thing that's not going away is Meghan's Instagram page. Now, I don't sign up for alerts for As Ever or Meghan's Instagram page.
Lies.
Honestly, I sometimes pop onto Instagram and Matt Sunroyal, if anyone's put some whimsy
You're
posts
always
up.
on there, doom scrolling.
Help me. So she has launched a Valentine's Day chocolate collection, Samara, and it's a collaboration with someone just before Christmas. So what's going on with Meghan and her Valentine's Day chocolate collection?
She's launched some chocolates. They're going for about, I think it's £10, 20, around that. Again,
It's quite cheap for Valentine's Day chocolates, isn't it?
She continues to repackage and package things up. Like, we know that she's got this surplus of jam because she over-ordered when she spoke to Bloomberg and said she was going to expand her business. It turns out there are some reports that say there are fulfillment centres full of these jam jars. Now, she's repackaged some of those and put them also in the Valentine's Day collection with some sort of cheap bow on the top. The chocolates are interesting. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to be rushing to Meghan's site to get some chocolates. I mean, knowing how men operate, it's usually a last-minute decision to rush out to a shop, grab a bunch of flowers.
This is now
I think I'm just going from personal experience here, but yeah, I just don't think anyone's that organised and calculated enough to go online and buy chocolates. I think this is just another failed sort of enterprise from Meghan, but I guess she's trying.
Kate, you must keep an eye on As Ever and her brand and her sales. I did a story recently saying that they had a vast amount of stock. But that's because, they had a vast amount of jars because they'd sold them. They'd sold so many, and they'd sold, hundreds of thousands of them. Is As Ever, is this product range that she's got, is that the future that you expected for Harry and Meghan when 6 years ago we saw them leave off to start their new life?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, it seems to be a success for the numbers that we see, but it's not quite what I expected from Meghan to be selling jars of jam, if I'm honest. She was this kind of pioneering, she was this breath of fresh air in the palace, this pioneering kind of women's rights campaigner even from a young age. And I'm not saying that that's at odds with selling jam. Of course, the two can go hand in hand. But I'm not sure I saw that for her. I think her passion is acting, and I think it would be really interesting to see her return to that because in some role or other, and I think that's probably where her strong suit is, rather than in a kind of a homemaker. And I noticed that Netflix doesn't seem to be announcing any new series of her programmes anytime soon, and perhaps seeing her in acting again would be interesting to see. But my goodness, they must be looking at what's going on with Andrew back here and thinking, well, we never did anything wrong.
But also keep it quiet right now as well.
She is going to be on the Amazon lot this year. She's going to be doing a wedding. I think it's called The Wedding Date or something. It's kind of like a C-grade film looking at the cast. She's trying to shift away from what I would call a fall from grace, which is selling chocolates and jam. When you're right, she had a promising future. She was meant to be a women's rights activist, and all she does is sort of stay in the kitchen and cook things, which I just think is a little bit antithetical to her original plan. So yeah, maybe we will see her on the screens. I just wonder how long it's going to be for, what that movie's going to look like. I'll be watching it. That's for sure.
Okay, let's return a little bit closer to home. I was in Wales this week, Kate, with the Princess of Wales. She's actually travelled to literally the four corners of the UK. She was up in Scotland. We were both up in Scotland a couple of weeks ago, where she also went to a woolen mill there. She's been to Kent, and now she's been to Wales. She is travelling the country, promoting the best of British, and talking about craftsmanship, creativity, and the skills of local manufacturers. She's a wonderfully dressed woman, very glamorous, very popular, very famous. Is she the right person for this job?
I think she's absolutely the right person to promote British textiles, don't you? I think she always looks fantastic. She knows her stuff. That's what the palace will say will be that she's, interested in artisan crafts, a bit like her father-in-law, the king.
She looks like she's having fun as well.
She does look like she's having fun. We saw her, kind of making a pair of jeans for for William at an event. I think she's got skills as well. She's always talking about the children being quite crafty, and she quite likes getting involved with that. But yeah, I mean, definitely it's a kind of passion for fashion, isn't it, with the Princess of Wales, and she does it really very well. She always looks very elegant, and I think it's nice that she has embraced this role, because there has been a bit of kind of push me, pull you over stories about, you know, how much is the Princess of Wales going to lean into fashion, but actually, you know, she really has. And while she doesn't want to just be seen as a clothes horse, she sees the power in her brand, if you like, that she can promote British girls. We're interestingly going to see Kate and William's royal warrants as well. The King has now given them a chance to issue royal warrants, and that's, you know, a special kind of label that the company gets to put on their, you know, the front of their door, on all their products, on their logo, to say that they supply the royal household. So when we see those, we'll really get to find out what's in her shopping basket and see which labels she prefers, which brands of skin cream she uses, and I think that will be really fascinating.
Sales will rocket of everything.
Won't they just? You know, it's been called the Kate effect for a reason.
Interestingly, did you know that these jeans, she went to Hewitt in Wales, apparently, I'm led to believe that Meghan wore these jeans in Wales a couple of years ago when she was here, and there was a Meghan effect because these style of jeans went incredibly, you know, the sales went through the roof. But, you know, that's just an aside. Kate, can I get your view on something? The Great Kate debate, because whenever guests call the Princess of Wales Kate on this show, we always get picked up by our viewers because she's Catherine or she's Princess of Wales. As a Kate, are you a Catherine or a Kate?
I'm afraid I'm just a plain old Kate. So I don't have the Sunday best option. But the reason why I call her Kate was because when she was first introduced to us as royal correspondents, and I've been covering the beat for over 20 odd years now. Gosh, that makes me sound old. But she was first introduced to us as Kate, as Kate Middleton. And all her friends from university, and some of my friends who went to university and knew her at the time, all called her Kate. Look back to the people who say you shouldn't call her Kate. Just go on YouTube and type in Tom Bradby engagement interview, Prince William, Kate Middleton. And you'll see all the way through, William calls her Kate. And it was only later on, as, you know, they got a bit older, they decided to be called, she decided to start calling herself Catherine, which I think is absolutely her right, and that's fine, and she will be Queen Catherine one day, not Queen Kate. But that's why I still call her Kate, because that's how I was first introduced to her and sort of how she sticks in my mind.
We try to call her Catherine as much as possible because I think that's what she kind of wants to now. But for us...
Well, I think you probably should call, you know, to some extent, you probably should call people what they want to be called.
Yeah, but Kate is very short and it fits in the headlines in the newspaper.
And people still very close to her still do call her Kate, so it's not that she hates it.
No, she doesn't.
She's still kind of girl next door in the best way. Like, she still gives off a Kate, you know, she's not quite... I think when she becomes queen and everything, that will change. But I think that's her appeal. It's like Kate and Wills. Like, they're the kind of couple next door that you just want to be friends with. And I think that's what will lead them into the future and almost modernise the monarchy in that type of way. Because they're a little bit more relatable than probably the part, or at least from an outside perspective.
Really good point. Good to touch on a great Kate debate.